today's game is going to be between TCP, the Choke Pokers, and DCE, Dankclan Esports. We're just getting some final ready ups here. Making sure that everyone is good to go for the following game. I'm here with my co-caster.
Hi.
Music Man. Music
Yeah,
Man, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, but I feel like we need a little bit more energy than that. Like you sounded like, okay, we're in another game, blah blah blah. Come on. I feel like when you're casting, you need to have some hype. But anyways, we're gonna be going soon. As soon as both teams are
Yep.
are ready into
we,
Dorado
we are good to go. We're going into Dorito.
or Dorito, however you want to call it.
Dorito map. Let's get it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Traveling to Dorado.
So. Okay.
And the players are going to be loading in here. I'm going to be interested to see what DCE, last time I saw them play, they really seem to favor dive in a meta that is very difficult to play dive in.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, and I think that's kind of what they're going to go for. Only more of a brawler type. I know that they're actually going to go straight dive, because if I know Viper, he's probably going to go Genji.
Yeah, yeah. Viper definitely favors the Gengu.
Yes, and of course, as we say that, he swaps over and back. He's just trolling with us at this point. Now, TCP, however, they're going for more of a brawler comp. So, let's see which comp is gonna be the most favored.
Now, just looking at this, I'm definitely going to be favoring. I'm kind of favoring TCP's comp right now. However, if it really depends on, okay, Mannymaker's actually gonna be swapping over to the Pharah. So if the thing is if DCE can get a solid dive off and actually focus off the target, there's not necessarily a whole lot of damage coming out of the side of TCP right now. Dapper's going to be on the soldier, and we're going to get underway here.
And it's not looking good for DCE. They seem to be a little bit split up. Healer's kind of just doing his own thing, as well as Viper, so...
Yeah, they're just
really
pushing them back, kind of the classic thing. T-Lord's going to be pushing back KLZ away, and Mannymaker's actually going to take out Arkai almost immediately. They will get the res off, though. T-Lord's taking for the jump in, but being all by himself. But Viper following up very nicely. T-Lord baiting the rest of his team, but not getting a good jump back out.
Yeah, Lamp is going to pick off T-Lord, and the pushback is coming out. Tony deep next, Caston. It's just a matter of getting the baby diva now, and DCE is going to be pushed back at the choke most likely.
Now, that's really unfortunate. DCE really had an open opportunity there, taking out the Mercies so early on, but not backing up far enough to reset the fight. Viper gonna actually be taking out Manny and now taking control of the high ground. T-Lord's gonna push him off, and I would imagine you see a res come out. Yep.
Yep, but at the trade of LR or Lure, I'm just gonna call him Lure, going down. So just Lure. But yeah, no, the payload is still at the choke, and I'm not sure because I don't want to give any predictions because A, I don't want to give them the caster's curse, and by them I mean TCP, and B, I'm a little bit biased in this situation because I'm actually on the sister team to TCP.
Yeah, I can understand that. Now Manny is swapped over to the Widow now, which I can agree with. But Caston swapped over to the Zarya. Now I feel like this is kind of like a half commit to a dive. However, Cassin actually will be taking out Manny's going to do his job, take up the Pharah. They're actually going to get successful dive off. The Tony's actually going to get a grab off onto the cart, not picking up about 2. Everybody's going to be pressing to you now.
Yeah, but it will be TCP winning this fight, like, without a question there.
Yeah. Now, looking at all economies now, Manny is going to be coming up on the sites, which isn't necessarily huge. T-Lord's going to actually be swapping over, and really just kind of a full comp swap over.
Mine is Viper. Viper's still rocking the Genji.
Yeah, minus Viper. That's with exception.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like the coordination between DCE isn't really there. Like, yeah, they got to trade on.
TCP kind of just left their main tank. Just dive. Lamp's gonna pop his ult. That's gonna pick up 1. Diaper's gonna follow up with the 2nd kill. Viper gonna be able to pull the headshot off onto the Pharah. So Tony's gonna be pushing the entire backline back by himself.
Can we just talk about how Viper just deflected a res from KLZ?
What?
But, like, just now, KLZ was getting a res off of Lamp, but Viper, instead of actually killing him, just let it go by using deflect.
Well, that's just unfortunate timing, I guess.
Yeah, but it looks like this is where the payload is going to stay unless DPE
Now,
gets it.
Viper is very close coming to a... Now pay attention to Viper's ult here. He does have ulti and there is no transcendence, but a big grab out of Tony. And that's just going to be a straight wipe.
Yeah. Yeah, Viper may have the big blade coming out, but he's not going to be using it anytime soon. And of course, as soon as I say that, he uses it when the round's over.
Honestly, I attribute that mostly to composition. I feel like if TCP pays more, or I mean, if DCE pays attention more to comp and what works well on what maps, they would have done a little bit better for themselves there. You can run dive on this first point. However, the Winston was always diving alone, never with the Diva. Viper did follow up, but the follow-up on the fight after the main fight, the secondary fight, there wasn't really much happening afterwards on the side of DCE. They just all kind of like stood around payload, and then, well, they never walked past the shield.
Yeah.
So,
and that's another thing, because right now, I think what DCE is trying to do is they're trying to run an anti-dive comp. Although I think in order for that to be effective, Viper needs to get off the Genji, but that's just me, and we all know how Viper is.
well, I mean, not to diss on Viper too much. He is very good at Genji. I mean, if you're gonna be that good at a hero, I mean, you probably want him to be on that. Now, the Orisa's not a bad pick. However, the Hog here, I feel like is kind of what's a little off to me. I think I would rather see a Diva out of him, and we're actually going to be seeing a double main support with a Zenyatta out of TCP. Nope, just kidding. I got totally baited.
But yeah,
It is going to be a standard death ball.
And it's one of those where DCE needs to have a perfect hold here if they want to take this map. Personally, I don't think it's likely considering where the payload stopped the first round, but it's not impossible to do.
They need to get set up. Cassin actually going to drop in the front of them. That was a mistake.
And
And
Lamp is in trouble, but Viper does get the final blow. Be it a Sonic Arrow from Lamp.
gets the style reflect on him, but Dapper's just going to be pressing left click.
I don't think they realize that Viper's in the back line, just causing runners for the support.
Kills are being traded back and forth, but it looks like this is going to be very TCP favored.
Very much, and that's gonna be the nail in the coffin right there. TCP takes match 1.
Victory.
So yeah, there's one thing that I have to say to Dankclan is that you need to get your coordination like together. Like it just wasn't there this game.
Heroes never die. Helden sterben nicht. Double.
We're gonna be watching some high skill gameplay.
Fire at will.
Pressing left click as hard as he can. Straight God with the play of the game. Overall, seemed like Viper did his best, but not really getting a whole lot of help. And to me, more than anything else, what stood out on the side of DCE was Caston's positioning was very poor that game. It seemed like he was constantly the first one to die.
Yeah.
That was one of my takeaways. He was never with his main tank, and when he was in front of his main tank, which is not where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and that just ended up being the downfall. So it's one of those where if you're DCE, you kind of need to put this aside and try to play better for next map. We are going to be seeing a substitution coming in for the side of TCP. KLZ is going to be swapped over for Naughty, another good main support, and Grime for Lamp. Okay then. So if I were to take a guess, I think, and this is a very much a guess, I think we're going to be seeing some double sniper gameplay coming out of TCP.
Oh yeah.
So now we're just waiting for both teams to ready up so we can start up the next match. And if you're just tuning in, TCP did take game one, and yeah, it was one of those words like nothing much can be said because TCP did everything right, DCE did everything wrong and got punished for it. So it was a full hold, and the point was right there.
Yeah. Yeah, not much else that kind of went into that. Pretty short, sweet, to the point. Honestly, the moment they didn't capitalize on the Mercy being dead, they got behind in all economy, and they had a chance at the end with the blade from Viper. That was kind of their last Hail Mary to push it, but Tony playing very well and ending up grabbing all pretty much, I think, the last few players. Now we're going to be seeing Volskaya.
And it looks like I need to take back what I said about getting the double sniper gameplay out of it because we have Grimy on Tracer and Dapper on Soldier. I don't know about you, but I don't think either of them are snipers.
Now, it's weird to me because, like, I can understand the Tracer a little bit. There's some decent flank routes you can take. And this Soldier pick has me very perplexed. Soldier in this meta is not the best pick. And that's just because Hanzo's just a better soldier.
Heal up here.
While you're not wrong, there's one thing that Soldier has over a Hanzo pick, for instance. It's the hit scan capability, because we are going to see Manny pick the Pharah, and even though there are very good Hanzo players that can pick Pharah off from the sky, Soldier would just do a better job.
Now, Straight God is going to be looking for the cheese pin here. Let's see if DC is going to fall for this. Nope, they are all going around to the left.
And they all successfully went around too.
Yeah, they all made the jump. This seems like a strategy that they've had prepared for this map. They're all going to be jumping onto point, moving actually all the way around, going after Dapper.
But Dapper is going to make it out of there alive.
Viper's going to be dashing into the back line, getting a big reflect in, actually.
Yep. And it seems like T-Lord is trying to focus down the tank. Dapper does get many off. And I don't know. It looks like a huge mess over here. Tony does get T-Lord eventually. And
What a sleep out of Naughty, though.
oh yeah. And that's going to be it for DC. They just need to fully reset.
Well, The issue there was the main tank got low, and they
My
kind
ultimate
of
is
got
almost ready.
baited. Um, the Ana was able to continue to heal the Reinhardt up, and the moment that the Reinhardt lived, that fight just lost because they dumped all of their resources into trying to kill the main tank, and they never did.
Yeah, but right now it does seem like TCP has the better ult economy by a long shot.
Yeah,
DCE
swapping their-
all they have is the Dragon Blade, and TCP they just got the Bolt Bomb that got eaten. I think. But okay, they just got Tech Visor, Nano, just using for Shadow God Rally. It's
Viper getting one with the blade, make that two.
this might be the
Make that
push that
three.
DCE needs. They just need to capitalize on it. Nani all by himself on the point. Don't think he's gonna be able to do much. Andy's all of them except for Viper, and it's not gonna matter. This is gonna be point for DCE.
Just for style points.
Yep.
So there will be now DCE on the side of DCE. They're way behind on as far as tank ults are concerned right now.
Oh yeah.
Now if I'm DCE, basically what I'm considering doing here is doing a dry run, baiting out as many ults out of them as possible.
Well, there's the Graviton, and they also just used Rally. We see a Nano Brigida. Okay, of all the things to Nano, I don't think I would ever expect Brigida to be on that list.
Now, whether there looks like TCP still is pushing here, and they actually get Mercy coming back from spawn. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Couple things there is DCE using the sound barrier actually. Alex will swap over to the Brig now.
My ultimate is charged.
And that's another thing that I'm seeing happen most often. I'm seeing teams take Brig as the second off support, I guess, instead of like a Lucio or a Zenyatta or something. And I don't know, it's kind of difficult for me to see Brig use anything other than third support. But as I say, that DC is going to get a couple of sticks, and Grimy ties that up again. I don't think he realizes that Viper is right on him, and TCP once again comes out on top with beautiful plays from Grimy.
I'm actually gonna take out 3 there, finishing off those kills, doing what tracers do best. Now looking at the ult economy though,
My tactical visor is charging.
DC is gonna have a window here for Grav Blade. They're going to need to do this very quickly before Tony can get his next grab, which he's farming very quickly.
Now Valk is going to go out, Dapper does get a pick off of Manny. Shadow is going to go down to counter the grabs, and that's going to be already half of TCP going down, and Grimy all by himself trying to get that to point. Does try to get a pulse bomb, but it does
Good
get
bubble out of Caston.
Yep, and with that, this might be the second point, unless TCP can get on in time. Rally is going to go down, but so is Archive. And Break got a Nano Reinhardt. A lot of things are happening all at once, and TCP is looking to hold this point out, but DCE fighting ever so hard. Dapper now on the base, trying to get this as long as possible.
Caston though is absolutely popping off.
Oh yeah.
Caston honestly, for me, carried that fight right there.
Yeah, that was the Caston show right there.
He got high charge and he almost had another grab by the end of that fight. He did fairly well for himself there, and DCE kind of pulling it back. And I'm glad to see that it seems like they're warming up a bit better. TCP doing fairly well. Just honestly, basically losing that just purely out of ulti. They would have needed a major outplay in order for them to come back from that.
Yeah, but that you kind of have to let go of that and just get a better time, because DCE only has 3 minutes, well, just over 3 minutes on the clock if it does go to overtime that time. And comp wise, it's seems like we're gonna be seeing triple tank, triple support coming out of TCP, and just triple support with Viper on a junk rack. That's something you don't see every day, and you still won't see every day.
No. So it'll be very interesting to see how this next one goes. Viper actually going to be swapping back to the Widow, and it looks like it's going to be a triple tank, triple support comp out of TCP.
Even though I kind of just said that.
Yeah, this comp is brutal to try and go against.
5,
Oh yeah.
4, 3,
If you do not have the damage,
one.
which right now
Attackers incoming.
they're kind of lacking
Defend
on the side of
objective
DCE.
Well, I mean, that's probably why they have the Mora, because Mora also deals damage as well. But as I say, that fights are going down on the show. Dealer is going to be the first to fall, followed by Lure, and then Alex, and this is going to be an easy push on the side of TCP. Manny does get a pick off of Dapper though, so
That's gonna be 2 picks on both sports, but there's gonna be 2 more kills coming through.
And that's it. So with a wipe like that, TCP is going to get the first point, and unfortunately for Dapper and Archive, they are going to be getting the long spawn.
Objective lost.
But I don't think that really matters much because Naughty does pick him up. And now it's looking like TCP wants to do a straight push in, and there's a shatter coming in from Lord, and it does get 3 from TCP. Trying to go for a 4, the Archive is going to go down, leaving Dapper finds himself, and what do you know?
Massive shatter.
That was huge. And now we're seeing.
Looks like TCP will be staying with the comp, not going to be changing anything up, rallying before they go in, getting all that juicy armor. If I'm reading this next fight right, this next fight should end very quickly with Cassie grab.
Maybe, but they also need to charge up Viper's Death Blossom as well. That would really be a killer to TCP's comp.
Viper's actually going to be coming from behind, just riding the elevator on up.
Okay, Gravin's going to come down. Oh, and they're going to come with the Riptire there, but Straight God is going to take care of that Riptire. Shatter comes out. That's a big Shatter by himself. No one is going to go down just yet. T-Lord is very weak though, and he is going to be the first to go down. And I don't know what to make of this.
Everybody press Q. That's what you can take out of this.
Okay, so, and with that, it does seem like Eddie just went down. T-Lord is all by himself, and Tony is just going to clean that up. DCE to be able to contest this if they want to have a chance. But that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Alex by himself. Never mind, he just goes down. Already 2 ticks in 4 times TCB, and make that 3 with 5 minutes and 5 seconds.
Score.
All right,
2 to
that
2.
was
Switching sides.
a quick game,
Very quick.
or a quick round, should I say?
Yeah, so we are going to see DCE on the attacking side once again. Let's see if they change up anything in their comp to try to improve that 3 minutes that they have, or utilize whatever they have left of the 3 minutes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be curious to see what comes out on the side of DCE here. What are they going to be willing to run here into TCP? Last time it was the dive swapping over to the death ball. Looks like they're going to be sticking with a more standard comp, something that worked for them more on the first point.
30 seconds.
Viper though, being on the Reaper, be interested to see if he actually stays on this.
Well, I mean, it probably would be beneficial if not for Viper to stay on Reaper than to put Manny on the Reaper because CCP is running a generally tank heavy comp. The only difference that they have this time than from last time is Dapper's on the Hanzo instead of a tank.
One. Attackers incoming.
Actually, I don't even think he was on the tank last time. He was on the support. Frig.
Yeah, yep, he was. Which, I mean, support Omega lol.
Yeah, so T-Lord is going to get a pin off of Tony, but it is going to go down. Grammy takes care of him. Straight God is ready, so no team has any Reinhardt. DCE is going to push the point. Viper is very low, does manage to raise it out for a little bit. Gets hooked and killed by the hand of Grimy. Alex trying to mess up with the forward line, but not really doing much. Grimy is going to get picked on Manny, and there goes the Mercy. If I'm DCE, I need to back out now.
Oh! T-Lord almost getting the pin onto him, but it looks like he's just gonna stagger himself more.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like DC need to back out of that fight like as soon as they lost like 2 people plus the Mercy. Like once you lose the Mercy, at that point you need to know that the fight's lost.
Caston though almost already having his ulti much before Tony will.
So we may see a Dragon Ball combo.
Yep. It looks like that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, but Coalescence and Valk are gonna go out. Doesn't really matter because Manny does get 3 T-Lords, picks up the 4s on Archive. Grimy tries to respond with Manny, but not gonna be much helpful. DCE already have 1 tick, Grimy by himself, and that is looking like it's going to be the first point for the side of DCE. Yeah, that Dragon Ball was exactly what DCE needed to get the point.
Being able to farm that up before Tony was crucial for them being able to continue to push. And it's going to be pretty crucial here for DCE to be able to push in and be able to finish with time. That's going to be an early blossom out of Viper. It's going to be a big shatter out of the side of T-Lord on DCE. And the kills are all going to be kind of going DCE's way, a couple going back towards Prime. Dapper being very low, jumping on the point.
That's going to be it.
Well, don't say that too soon. It is 2 CP.
Yeah, but at this point, they're already almost 2 ticks in DCE. And just now, everybody's trying to get on. Grimy trying to cause some rushes, but not really doing much. Same goes with Naughty. Naughty's just there to contest, which don't get me wrong, good on him. It's just one of those where TCP needs to get something done. Here comes the Graviton, and Death Blossom comes out. Dapper's the only one left on the point, and as I say that, he's going to go down, giving the second point to DCE. And DCE is going to try to take them at spawn, and that's actually what's going to do it.
Yeah. Much better this round than the last for DCE. Absolutely, for sure.
And with 25 seconds left on the clock, that might render 1 more overtime push if it reaches that point. I am not sure how TCP is going to respond to this, but whatever it is, they need to respond quick.
Now DCE shouldn't be surprised by the 3 tank comp, right? 3 tank, 3 support.
Well, I mean, if they were surprised, I don't think they would have Viper run the Reaper to begin with.
Yeah. Well, I'm more talking about on defense, right? That's where they brought out the 3 tank comp originally, right?
Right, and I think another thing that they're going to do with that, try to counter it, is run. Oh, they're actually running the Bastion. Man, he's on the Bastion.
They are going full anti. Nope, going back to the Reaper. They're running full anti tank comp, I guess. Viper being on the Pharah, look at what they've got. Really, they have nothing to deal with the Pharah. Now, the one thing that I've noticed with the Pharah, though, is if you do not land your directs, you will not do enough damage to discourage them from pushing. You gotta land directs as the Pharah.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I think Viper is good enough to do that. he will be able to farm his ult very quickly. Already landing. Yep.
That's a double kill with the farmers.
That is, he did exactly what I told him he needed to, which was land direct.
Yep.
Almost having Arkai dead as well.
No, they're pushing TCP back at spawn. That's not something that you see teams do at all.
No, this Farah pick has them caught off guard very quickly, and I'm very surprised to see TCP not swapping already. Grime actually will be swapping to the McCree to try and deal with this, but frankly, I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Well,
Going to be taking out.
But
However,
it really doesn't matter.
No,
The
Straight got farming his shatter very quickly, and the follow-up was all there. It had all the damage.
Like at that point, it didn't even matter that Straight God went down shortly after he shattered. He still got the shatter down, and his team was able to follow up and wipe out DCE.
They are taking our point.
So there will be, it looks like at relatively the same time, there should be a barrage and grab on the side of DCE.
Well, barrage first, because you know Viper's a damage dealer. And I'm noticing that T-Lord and Caston are doing some very sneaky tank stuff. And here comes the Graviton onto TCP, but the barrage is not going to go through. TCP trying to hold on. The shadow only gets grinded though. Here's the counter grab, and that's another wipe from DCE. Already one tick. Alex trying to contest, goes out almost instantly. And while Dapper and Arkai are on the point trying to get as much as they can, actually that's going to be it. 4 minutes to 1 minute. This is the last push that DCE has if they want to take this map.
Now, would you believe me if I told you that I've actually been able to cap both points with 1 minute left with time left?
I'm not sure about that.
I actually have done it on this map before. We capped with like, I don't know, it was like half a second left. It was like 0.5 seconds, and we actually had more time.
Damn.
So it is possible, but I mean, you have to steamroll first fight and then snowball immediately and steamroll the next fight.
But yeah, back to this matchup now. Now I don't know. I feel like this is gonna this can go either way. I'm still favoring TCP in this one because of A, my bias, and B, they just have more time. So if TCP can full hold here, then they basically get it. That's what I'm thinking.
Now it looks like we're going to be seeing the Pharah out of the side of TCP along with the triple support. Pharah being the carry. Looks like we're going to be seeing a interesting quad. Nope, it's going to be the triple tank, triple support out of the side of DCE.
Now DCE is going to have the same problem as TCP had last round, in the fact that there's a Pharah that they don't have a problem to work with. And even now, Viper tried to get the hook off of Dapper, but completely misses. Fight is still going on at the choke. Nobody has gone down just yet. And there goes Straight God all the way in the back line. T-Lord is the first to go down, but the point is being contested. Straight God gets two of his own, tries to counter. And that looks like it's going to be it for DCE. They need to regroup for one more push. Maybe?
No, they need to have one person stagger onto touch and the other 5 group up. That's the only way that they get back, but I don't think they even have anybody who can touch. Just to say that Alex actually was able to sneak around the back, but the rest of the team was not able to group back up, and that's gonna be
a full hold on first point. Not really too surprising though, because DCE did only have 1 minute, but that just makes the job 10 times to 100 times easier for the side of TCE.
Yep. Interesting how there's a lot of it's interesting how there's a lot of I guess, different strategies coming out. You know, there's a lot of these teams are pulling out a lot of different heroes, changing their comps up quite a bit, trying to keep things interesting, trying to keep the other teams on their toes.
And I don't know about you, but I think Straight God just pulled the Muma before swapping over to the Rhine.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that's kind of his thing. I think he enjoys
Attackers incoming. in 30
pulling a
seconds.
Muma.
Yeah.
Now we are going to see Viper going back to the comfort pick, back onto the Genji, Kasten being on the Roadhog, and Tealord being on the Reinhardt. So again, we see another composition change. Kasten being on the Hog, I guess he's hoping that his Hog play is better than his Zarya, which his Zarya has seemed, it's frankly, as what I've seen so far, it's been outperforming Tony's Zarya.
Defend objective A.
Well, another thing that DCE has to consider is that TGP only needs one tick to take this map, so they need to do something. And as I say, that Viper does get the first pick off of Dapper with a selected fire strike. And it does go down from Keylord. Straight God is going to be very...
That's such a dangerous charge. Kasten's going to be able to follow up with the kill onto Tony, though. That's actually really good for DCE. Honestly, if they don't get that kill, I think TCP just walks in scot-free. Kasten getting hooked, though. Will he be able to actually get out of this? All the heals going his way, and it looks like he will be able to survive. And Viper actually trading the kill on the Diaper, popping the ulti. Going to be looking for the Moira. Not going to be finding anything, though.
Naughty, though, is going to try to sneak around and try to get out of that fight, because he did get separated from the team, and it looks like that is what's going to happen. However, DCE still has full control of this choke. Here comes
Grime now going to pop his ult, trying to back the team away, but they will be able to get the res up on Kasten. A hook coming through.
Here comes the transfer from Manny Maker, and again, DCE coming out on top. They only need roughly 2.5 minutes of full holding cover. They don't realize that Dapper is on the
getting back capped right now.
Manny does seem to realize that, though, and Manny needs to scare Dapper off. So that bit's good if you're DCE. And yeah, no, we're looking at a full reset. However, ult-wise, TCP does have the better ult. They can combo the Graviton with the Coalescence, and they also have the Sound Barrier in case they do run into a sticky situation.
Now, Tony does have to drive here. He will catch 4 in it, and looks like they're just gonna be able to walk all over.
Here comes the Dragon Blade once again.
Miracle Blade now. Not much. Kasten looks like they're gonna be the last one alive here. And being able to survive for quite a long time, actually, and getting a kill on the Straight God. But,
yeah, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to be back in time to contest, so that's going to be game 2 going to TCP. They're up 2-0 in the series.
Very, very close last fight there. Until the Grav came out. Manny Maker getting play of the game. Pressing Q very well. Honestly, though, good coordination, being able to pull this off.
Yeah, no, that was actually a really good play on Manny Maker. So congrats to him on getting the in-game play of the game. But yeah, no, unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take this back to the lobby here.
Yep, we're going to be going into Nepal up next. And this is the point where TCP can win the series right here, or it can be the point where DCE just shows up and reverse sweeps TCP. And but in the meantime, we are going to be seeing a couple of subs on the side of TCP. Naughty is back out. KLZ is back in. Grimy is going to be heading out in place of
Oh,
Archive.
he asked to put Grime in for Archive, but Archive is in still.
Okay, now we're getting.
Okay, it's
now-
gonna be Grime for Gumi.
Yeah.
Alright, so Gumi's gonna be coming in for next map here should be, I believe, Nepal.
Yes, it's Nepal.
And we're gonna have to move the players around here just so we can match up our overlay here. And
And as soon as both teams are ready, we'll be going into match. What is it? 3 now? Yes, game 3. I don't know. For whatever reason, I seem to lose track of how many maps we've done already.
all right, that's gonna be the yeah,
Oh
that's gonna
my
be the
God.
2-0 on the side of TCP. We're gonna be moving on to the next game here and make sure that we are all readied up from both teams.
Okay, and is there? Okay. So Archive is out, which means that Dapper is probably going to play more of a supporting role here. So I'm curious to see what TCP has.
Tony for swag. Looks like we're just trying to get in all of our all the subs in here before the game is to start.
Okay, so Swag is coming in, so I'm expecting to see Diva.
So we may be looking towards more of a dive-oriented comp, perhaps, or just the old. Looks like we're gonna get into game here now.
Traveling to
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if TCP decides to go Ryan Diva double snipe or Mercy Zet as their comp. But you know, I've been wrong before. Damn, it's so quiet.
Sorry, I was dealing with something on my end. All right,
No worries.
Strike God pulling the Muma. Sim, for those of you who don't know, Sim for overranked anyways, what we agreed on was when she is released in comp, when Sim is released into comp, it'll be 2 weeks from that release date.
5, 4,
That is when Sim will be able to be played. This gives players time to be able to scrim and form strategies. And but moving into game here, looks like we will see the standard Ryan Zarya death ball out of DCE and Ryan Diva on the side of TCP.
So this is going to be a very interesting matchup. Now, I am wrong in the sense of going double sniper because Grimy is on the Razor and he is causing a lot of issues on the backline. Is going to go down, but Gumi does get the trade on T-Lord. So DPS for main tank, who had the better value there? Never mind, DCE has the better value because now TCP is down as
Yeah,
support.
he's starting to find all the kills now. Should pick up the Reinhardt here and should find up some final. Should be able to clean up the rest of these kills here.
And Kasten is getting a pretty big double kill on Swag and KLZ, so
Look how much ult he's already built up.
88%. Damn.
Yeah. Kasten is kind of playing really well right now. He's kind of been like the sleeper carry for DCE. Kind of just quietly building up lots of energy, building up a few grabs. Viper now with another blade, or with his first blade already. And oh, Swag though, getting the denial.
Yep. And that's going to be most of the ults for the side of TCE being used. A little bit of an overcommitment if you ask me, but you know what? It seems to have worked out for them.
So, Swag, that was so clutch out of him.
Take the pain.
Yeah, but it seems like the fight is not really over just yet. TCP does get a couple of DCE down. Oh, that was a failed shatter. And Gumi is going to go down
Viper
to
though, stalling for quite a long time and actually being able to force Gumi into that. Now going to be taking out the second support. KLZ being very low, and it looks like DC will find the rest of the kills that they need here.
Yeah, man.
What
That's
what a
looking like
fight.
first point. That's looking like first point to DCE. I don't know. If I was TCP, I would probably swap to more of speed characters to try to get back on faster. But as I say that, Grimy is going to bring it to overtime, just in time too. And here we go in the fight.
T-Lord getting very close to another shatter. Here it comes.
It is going to get whipped, but it really doesn't matter because DCE already won the fight here.
Yeah, all the kills going to the side of DCE right now. Honestly, that was a stomp on the side of DCE. I don't know if they got angry or what. But yeah, DCE turning it around big time there. And looks like maybe this is a start of the reverse sweep.
Well, if it is, then they must have heard me on stream or something like that. But they definitely woke up that first round. Let's see if they can carry the momentum and get the 2-0 here.
Now that I said, maybe they're looking for the reverse sweep, you know that this is caster curse, right? Like,
yes, I'm fully aware of that.
DC is officially doomed now. I am so sorry.
This match is gonna go in TCP's favor. Already calling it.
Moving in though, actually running the dive, which I don't really favor on this point, but we'll see if TCP can run it well. Gumi already taking out Viper though with the direct. Swag though getting D-mech almost immediately and being launched into the air.
But Gumi just coming up with 3 kills all by his lonesome. Well, not all by his lonesome, but you get what I mean. And
finishing
right now,
2 kills with the Helix and finishing off another. Good stuff out of Gumi there on the soldier.
And
They
now
will be going all back up top.
This play that DC is doing right here, it might have worked out the first time, even though it didn't. But it's one of those where it's like, I don't think it was a good idea to try going that same route again, especially since now you've lost your main tank and your main DPS there, save for Mannymaker. But here we have Straight God, yes, I know who I'm talking about, trust me. That's going bananas. However, there is a backhand going on. Never mind, casting this go down. So pretty good hold from TCP.
Yep. Looking at about 40% Casson coming up onto his first grab before Viper even has his. So I think as far as performance, you can definitely see a direct correlation as to how DCE plays, and if Viper is performing, that's going to be the visor pop as well as the high noon on the side of DCE, and they're going to flip the point.
Yep, they flipped the point. Graviton is going to go down. There's the pulse bomb, but I think that got eaten. Sound barrier is going to go down in midair. I don't know how that works. And TCP is looking to reclaim the point. Both supports go down on the side of DCE. It's just Casson all by himself, and he goes down. And yeah, TCP already making their mark. Like, you might have taken us the first round, but you'll not take this round.
Damage boost engaged.
And now it seems like DCE is wanting to go the main road.
Now it's crucial here that they all go together, and Prime though in the backline finding the kill already, and the rest of the team will jump on trying to push them off. T-Lord going for the pin and actually gets the pin.
Transit is gonna go down, as well as Shatter and Dragon Blade. Viper does get one kill with the Dragon Blade, but that may not be enough. They almost see that one. Grimy causing some ruckus on point is gonna go down to T-Lord. KLT all by themselves, and we're looking at a point flip.
Nope. Looks like they're just going to take the reset here, group back up, and more than likely try and make one more push.
And TCP does have the time to do this, so that's a non-issue when it comes to resetting.
Straight got to be diving in, looking for the kill on the Viper, pushing all of the team back, but getting Discord put on them. Swag though following up on the rest of the kills, and DCE just melting the rest of the team.
Yep, and that's a team wipe right there with Casson all by themselves with the Graviton, but I don't think it's going to matter. We are going to go into a third round in this. So yeah, round 3 now on the Paul. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about this.
Well, in my experience with this point, if a team can play, if your tank synergy is there on this map, which for me has always been the Orisa Hog. Orisa Hog on this map is very dominant. Has a lot of point presence as well as a lot of durability to last, as well as the synergy of the halt and the hook. So to me, the team that can perform that combo the best will win this.
Yeah, and apparently both teams decided to play Ring Around the Rosie with each other.
Looks like they're gonna set up, but however, look at the shield placement on the side of DCE. I feel like that's a mistake, but a major boop outside of Alex. Getting the pull, both Orisas getting booped off, and now it's the Hogs looking for the hook. DCE has point presence though.
Yep, and speaking of Hog, Casson is going to go down to that first boop, and Grimy is going to pick off Alex, so no boop for him. Never mind, Lurk gets the res after going down. So Alex may have the shot here, but I think his priority should be to get out.
Alex getting the boop now onto that Roadhog. All of the boops coming in.
Well, there's a reason why this is called Boop City. Yeah, no, TCP making a strong presence onto the point. Viper not having any of it, not his choice at this point. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Casson almost has his whole hog ready.
I've got you in my sights.
And here comes the attack visor from the side of from Gumi. And it looks like we're gonna have a flip over here.
This to me looks like DC is actually gonna be able to hold on to this point.
I take back everything that I said.
That was probably one of the sloppiest team fights on both sides that I've ever seen. There was very little target focus fire and a lot of like big playmaking trying to be happen. It seemed like everybody got all excited, and another big hook coming out of Caston. Great hook out of him.
Yep, and DC is still in control of the point. Another 20 seconds roughly before they take this map home and actually stop the 4-0 dream.
Viper having the blade going in, gonna be able to find them. Oh, not quite find the Mercy.
That's very unlucky for Viper. And Grimy is trying to contest the point and keep TCP alive. However, this is a little bit of a situation that he's putting himself into. Valkyrie is going to come out from Lure. Lure also are going to be using. Here comes the Supercharger. Everything is going to be going down for both teams. Swag trying to get some points off. Does get the Supercharger and Mannymaker, but DCE still responding with their own. And as I say, the Dapper does move off Caston. And
kills just going back and forth.
As well as reses.
This is looking to me like it's DCE favored pretty much. They need to get the baby diva though before she gets back in mech. That should be priority number 1 right now. The bout coming out of the side of TCP, and all the boobs trying to come in, but Gumi gonna come in, pop the tack visor, and take out 2. Looks like it's gonna swap back.
Yep.
Man.
Well, not really swap back because TCP was struggling to get the first swap to begin with, but that doesn't matter now. TCP is not going to get 100-0 this round. So we're looking at a fight right here.
Viper will swap to the wonderful skill rat. Gonna be just looking pretty much to charge up his ult and kind of just get an ulti onto the back line. Ryan will get a stick, but not find anything with it.
And here comes the push from DCE. They are going to go around.
Oh, KLZ found in a really bad spot, but actually being able to just fly into the backline and get back out though.
If this was any pro teams, KLZ would probably not have survived 1 bit.
No.
But yeah, no,
that's gonna be 2 kills coming out of the way. Captain playing very dangerously near the edge.
Yep, and Supercharger is going to go down, but does get picked off. DCE is looking to get the point back and try to close it here. Riptire is going to go out. Swag doesn't get anything with his bomb, while Viper gets Zapper. And that's looking like a team wipe from the side of DCE trying to get this point back, but they have an angry monkey to deal with. And Viper is going to go down straight gun all by himself.
Caston just got booped into Gumi and got in range for hook.
Yep,
that is so unfortunate.
Yep, that's almost a point flip, but DCE are still getting all the kills over here. Both sacrifices are gonna go down. Moneymaker is gonna get the value for getting the Mercy and the D-Max. Gumi is only gonna get 1. Here comes the flip. Now it's just a matter of staying alive in this match. The 99 to 95. This could go either way. Grimy by himself contesting the point. Here comes the sound barrier and the supercharger, and this is going to be almost the win for DCE. Grimy blows himself up. KLZ trying to get the res, but gets picked off. Res is not going to happen. Lots of things are going down, and I'm running really short on breath right here. Here comes the D-Mac, but Swaggy is still going to be alive. Never mind. Captain does get the pig. Actually, never mind. That's going to be Alex with the pig, and that's going to be it. DCE takes a map from TCE.
Woo! Wait, that lasted forever.
Play of the game.
I feel like I need some water now.
Gumi gonna get the play of the game. Unfortunately, they're not gonna get the W on this. DCE starts the dream.
Double kill.
Not sure how that's played, but I guess.
I don't know.
Out of
Like,
all things, I felt like even just one of the boops were better than that. Like
1?
Like I think a singular boop is better than that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things where I thought that we saw more plays coming out on the last round than we did on that one.
Yeah.
But
regardless, though, good stuff out of DCE to kind of buckle down, pull it together, and take a win back there. Really good stuff out of DCE. Looks like we are going to get the subs. Dapper being on support really didn't seem to pay off as what they were. It seemed like they were wanting. Looks like Tony's going to come back in for Swag. And looks like they're just gonna go ahead and do basically swap half their roster again.
I mean, it is really not that surprising when you have basically enough people to cover 2 teams worth.
Oh no, I'm just no, I was just commenting on it is all.
Well, I mean, you are a commentator, so. But as soon as both teams are ready, we're gonna go on to map 4. In case you're just tuning in, TCP is up 2-1 against Dankclan Esports. TCP being the joke pokers, but Dankclan won the last map, so they do have the opportunity to get a reverse sweep. So let's just see what's going to happen.
They will need to perform well on Hollywood. Hollywood, now out of all the maps to play, DCE, like I said, it seems like they really like to try dive first and then swap over. I feel like that really hurt them on Dorado, as well as on Volskaya. They started with the comp and then ended up swapping maybe a minute later. They really could have used that minute on Volskaya. So I'm really going to be curious whether they're going to try the dive on this map or stick with a Rhine Zarya.
Although to be fair, I think it was okay for DCE to start off with the dive on both Volskaya and Dorado. I think their issue was that they didn't swap off fast enough.
Well, on Volskaya, it seemed like they definitely swapped off faster than what they did on Dorado. Looks like both teams are going to be ready. We're going to get into game. The thing is, though, is no matter when, doesn't matter how long it takes you to swap, no matter what, the enemy team's going to be building ult, is going to have ult faster than you, more than likely, right? So you're automatically at a disadvantage for the next at least 2 minutes trying to build your ult and wait out the enemy team's ults, or getting them out of them. So I'm going to be really curious to see how DCE, what they decide to run on attack. Are they going to try the dive, or are they going to stick with the Rhine Zarya? This map, definitely first point is much more Rhine Zarya favored. However, it'll be interesting to see what they decide to run here, though.
Now, we are going to be seeing Dapper on the side of TCP with his signature Reaper. And I say signature very loosely because he's performed on so many other characters as well.
Signature as in he has deemed himself the best Reaper. Best Reaper and yeah. So we'll see if he can continue to perform on it. He has done fairly well at performing on the Reaper this season so far. Granted, there hasn't been a whole lot of games to go off of it, but he has done very well.
Yep.
So,
although since later on we have to decide on who the MVP is, I'm not sure if I would give it to Dapper, but let's see how he does, because I might be persuaded to change my mind.
and it looks like we are gonna be seeing the Rhine Zarya out of DCE. I do agree with this pick. Using the Genji and the Pharah here. Gumi already taking out Viper though. And Dapper's actually going to be in the back line of DCE right now, getting taken out though, getting way too aggressive.
Yep, T-Lord is also getting way too aggressive, and that's going to punish him too. Stray God coming with a couple of kills off of both of DCE's support. That's not good. And DCE is going to be forced to fall back. Casson is going to go down. Gumi's going to come back. And yeah, that looks like a full reset for the side of Dankclan. Here comes another push right at the choke. Viper getting a little bit on the aggressive side, but does manage to get back out. T-Lord going in for a charge, does get taken out by Archive Shatter, is going to get past it. Not really that useful, and as I say that, Dapper gets a couple. And Goobie's on the cleanup apparently with Viper taking out Archive.
So Viper will have his ulti before Arkai does. Whether they're going to be able to... Manny getting right in there with his ulti, taking out Dapper, trading 1-for-1, but getting the res off onto him. It's going to be a big ulti out of Tony, and...
Gumi responds with a bigger ulti.
Double promising, but not good enough. Team kill.
Like, I don't know about you, but I think that ult that Gumi just put up, that's probably play of the match right here.
Well, I wouldn't say that too soon. That was only a 4-man. We can definitely see a lot bigger of a grab than that for sure.
Oh, no doubt. Okay, that was an interesting thing that Tony just did. Just shoot the balls straight up in the air. Shadow is gonna go down. Not gonna get much. Viper on the backline does pick up Arkai. And Dapper responds by getting many. Arkai is going to get rezzed up. And once again, DCE is on the retreat. Kind of. Because, you know, there's
Viper getting the dash resets, taking out 2 on his way out.
And then gets picked up by Dapper. And Dapper's once again in his, and where he was the first time around.
DCE regroups quick enough here. They can push in with TCP kind of being a couple men down.
That's an issue because now Captain and Lure are gonna go down. They go down from the Shatter, as well as Viper and T-Lord. So this is not looking good for DC. TCP just doing everything right in this first point. And I just realized that Gumi got a stagger off of Manny.
We have to pick it up.
So if DCE wants to stay alive in this map, they need to make a big play now. And it looks like it's not going to happen just yet. 3 is going to go down, make that 4, 5. And that looks like that's going to be it for this round. I could be wrong. Lure may be able to sneak in and try to bring it into overtime, but he's going to be by himself. And that's exactly what's going to happen. He is going to get taken down by Dapper. Shatter is going to go out. It is going to create a stall, and that's going to be it for round 1. Full hold from TCP.
Well, unfortunately for DCE, they will not be able to get the match victory. They're only going to be looking at getting a draw here at best, but they will not actually be able to get the match victory, which is unfortunate for DCE. For me, honestly, Caston, for about 2 fights in a row, holding on to Graviton for what I feel like was way too long. They were looking for combo. Looking for what looked to be Blade plus Grav, but they never found it. They never committed. And Tony was able to farm a second Grav up by the end of that, and that was just kind of the nail in DC's coffin for that fight. So looks like we're going to be seeing a Sombra pick out of
DCE, yeah. Not sure how useful that's going to be because Manny needs to be able to be as sneaky as Dapper was. So yeah, this is an interesting comp coming out of DCE. Like, it's a very much a brawler comp, but it's not one that we're used to seeing at the very least.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
And Gumi is going to get the first pick off of Viper in a position not able to res. Here comes the Farmer now. So DC already in a little bit of a situation. Stray God just holding down left click is going to get stunned, but that really doesn't matter. Divine is slowly pushing onto the point. Here comes the dash from Stray God. He is by himself, so that's going to be an issue, but everybody else is on point. So TCP is able to group up quite quickly. Viper, yes. Okay, DC does get a couple of picks. Viper's trying to make it 3, but Cass did it for him, and that's a retreat far side of TCP. Dapper gets 2 before killing himself. And those 2 are actually really crucial because there's the 4 line for DCE. Not really sure if that's gonna mean much because, you know, the rest of TCP is just coming back to choke. Gumi trying to get some picks off though. Not really happening for the moment. Straight God seems to be on the over-aggressive side. Does manage to get T-Lord with the help of Archive. And almost goes down. Here comes the barrage. Lure is gonna get picked off from that, as well as Alex. Once again, no support for the side of DC. Lee, Catherine, and Manny are gonna go down. Viper is by himself, but it doesn't look like it's going to be much. Viper does go down, and that is the series. TCP takes this 3-1.
Good stuff out of TCP, taking that pretty convincingly there at the end. Turning their what looked to be more of a, I don't know if they took the Nepal round as seriously, but looks like they took this one a bit more seriously and absolutely rolled over DCE there at the end.
Although you have to give credit where credit is due, because DCE did manage to take 1 map off of TCP, so it's not a complete 4-0. But at the same time, it's just one of those where it's like, what can you do? But yeah, no. Now I think we should probably decide on a player of the matchup. Am I right?
Yep.
Now, personally, I feel like my pick would have to go to the Stray God. Like him on the Rhine and even on the Winston, he was just making plays, setting up shots for the rest of his team, creating the space that we need. I think he would be my MVP.
You went with Straight God?
Yeah.
Honestly, I was trying to mix it up a little bit. Straight God played very well, but for me, I was looking more towards Grime. Grime played on several different characters and played each character very well. He played on his Hog was on point, his Widow was pretty good, his McCree was okay, and then his Tracer actually was fairly decent today.
You know, you're not actually wrong on that. Not on that one.
As your
Grind.
cameraman, can I just say that Caston on DCE did very well from my point of view?
Yeah. For me, I think Caston is 100%. If DCE comes away with this victory, I think Caston gets MVP of the match. It's like, can you get MVP but still lose? For me, DCE, Caston absolutely runner up. If DCE comes away with the win, he would absolutely be my MVP.
Actually, no. I think for this one we can make an exception with Caston because he played like absolutely out of his mind, and it's been done before in the Overwatch League. So let's name Caston the MVP.
I agree.
All right, so congratulations, Caston. You're the MVP. Sorry that your team didn't win, but hey, you at least got something out of it. You at least got something out of it.
Hey, DCE should feel a lot better about it. It seemed like the more that they played, the warmer they got. They should honestly feel proud of how they played. Like I said, the later it got, the better it seemed to get for them. But yeah, don't know when the next game. I don't think we do have a schedule for the next game. But keep an eye out on our Twitch page underneath. We do have a schedule set up, and we will post there for the next game. So keep your eyes on that. And as for me, I'm Spartacus.
And I'm Music Man.
And we're just going to wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
See ya.